we've made a wrong turn and we've ended up in Virginia. And Courtney and I have been invited to a house party, but they told us to bring our birthday suit. This is the Wrong Turn podcast. Hey,
You want to
Courtney, how
stop?
are
Or
you?
are we gonna keep going?
Yeah, we just keep going. Fuck it.
Okay, fuck it.
I get the input's reading fine now, and
Okay.
I know as well. I just needed to get closer to it. Is all.
Guys, we really have to just roll with the punches sometimes with our schedules when we can record.
Yeah, I can see how tired I am on the camera.
Edgar's got dad life. I'm running too many businesses.
Yeah, so what's your schedule's like all up and down?
I'm finally getting more consistent hours, but it's like we don't have same days off anymore. Like back in the day, we used to have Wednesdays off together. So we used to do a lot of our recording on that. So now, I mean, I run a doggy daycare, man. I got to be there. I got to be there. So I'm either working like really early in the mornings and I get done earlier like today, so that's when we fit it in, or I have like the evenings and then by that time it's either like, so we can sometimes squeeze it in the morning, but Alora these days is very clingy. So
It's very a little bit of a handful, and then I can't put her to nap for like a few hours, and if everybody's quiet, she'll sleep for a while and like be optimal for recording, but it's in the same room, so
Mhm.
it's just like so I'm right now I'm remote telecasting from the neighbor's house.
Duck into the neighbor's house.
So we don't know I'm here, so
I had to
let's
get
use
away
the
from my
Wi-Fi.
kid. I crawled through the window.
It busted a hole through the bottom of the floor. Oh wait, because you didn't watch. You had to rewatch the other movie, right?
I know. And I suggested it too, and I was like, I haven't finished.
There is a wall in the hole situation.
Ooh.
That you think would be essential to the plot, but it's not after a while.
Feel like
Whatever. It doesn't.
didn't
It,
have to do a thing.
um. Okay.
I did watch one thing that's on my mind. It's been out for a while, but I finally saw it. It was M. Night Shyamalan's Trap. Did you watch that one?
Oh yeah, yeah. Let's talk about it.
You know what? I love M. Night Shyamalan. I know he really like set us up with like amazing The Sixth Sense. Like he really outdid himself with that, and I don't think he's ever quite got to that level ever again. But I still love all of his movies, and I really liked Trap. I thought Josh Hartnett nailed it. I thought it was a really good level of like silliness, but also like wait, like with the twists that a Shyamalan movie always hands us.
No, I mean, I enjoyed it. I actually I was like, okay, because I feel like in Trap, he kind of pulled it back a little bit as far as just like how over the tops, some of his last few movies have been. So I was just
Mhm.
like, I'm here for this, I'm here for like a more kind of grounded, but it's not, but it is. But it's like it seems like a very grounded premise. Man takes his daughter, he just happens to be a serial killer. The whole thing's a setup, yada yada yada. And then I was like, and then like the more you like read into it, like this is still part of his invincible, or is it invincible? What was it? Universe, or was
Yeah.
it
His
like
yeah.
what's the serial killer's name? What's Josh Hartnett's?
I don't
I
remember
forgot what it was called.
the
I can't
words.
remember what it was. But essentially, like that's his superpower is that he's like a master escape artist.
Yeah.
So it just keeps on going.
You
Like
can't
he'll
trap
just keep getting caught. You can't trap. Sorry,
him. Sorry.
you can't trap him. You can't. I thought he did awesome. I actually
I
really enjoyed
really
it. Like
love
maybe like a couple of little things, but like I was like, I recommended it to like 100%. I
I
thought it was
always say
good.
that with,
I
like,
thought it was good
Shyamalan
enough.
movies because also Josh Hartnett, I'm loving his comeback. I'm loving we're getting, like, these these heartthrobs, like, having, like, their comebacks. He's great. But also, I like really dumb M. Night Shyamalan movies. Like, I thought Old was great. Okay, maybe not great, but I enjoyed it. Like, it creeped me out.
Old was decent. It was just like a little. I had some really good parts. Sorry, I'm adjusting my camera, guys, because
You're good.
this is a remote setup, so we're not like 100%. And is it just gonna keep dipping down? Hold on, it's just gonna technical difficulties. I
Edgar's
might put
in
up this.
his parents' basement, just, like, secretly record.
And I was like, it's funny because I was like, oh, it's probably gonna keep drifting, and then I just see the camera just slowly starting to fall.
Like, "Whoa."
Is it still doing it?
Um, yeah,
Yeah,
I
you'll
like
probably see it just like and the same thing happened to the mic. No, I totally like the cave scene where with the girl is like breaking all
mhm,
of her bones. Like that was horrific, but it was like a little too CG for me. Like
mhm.
that, but there was some good like I thought there were some really good aspects of old, but the whole like pharmaceutical conglomerate just aspect of it, I don't know, it was
Yeah, like, there's a
a
secret
little
island.
weird, but then in the end, I'm like, it's kind of ingenious.
It's a weird one. It's a
Yeah.
weird one.
Yeah,
So,
he
yeah, I
really went balls to the wall with that one.
yeah, he was a little he's got really weird with that one. But yeah, so I unfortunately not too much. I've been dying to watch Weapons. Please don't ruin it for me, anyone. I know I've seen the memes everywhere and all the things on social medias, but I've still haven't ruined it for myself yet because I really, really, really want to see it. Uh, but also lots of courage, the
I
Carl
think
job.
the oh, that's great. I think some of the social media stuff kinda, like, ruined it for me a little bit. I just saw it last night, and I was,
Okay.
like, really excited to see it, and I feel like the social media stuff kinda, like, took it out of it for me, where,
Mhm.
like, I
'Cause I
had
have seen it
inklings
all.
to certain things. It's still pretty good, though. It's, like, still fun, still enjoyable. I wouldn't say it was, like, scary, though.
Okay, so
Yeah.
let me ask you this. Like, let's compare his other fantastically, like, successful film, Barbarian, in terms of, like, scariness between the 2.
Like, I feel like Barbarians is, like, way more, like, eerie and brutal.
Mhm.
This has some brutality to it, but, like, I mean, I did think it was shot well, decent story, awesome soundtrack, like and there are some, like, psychologically horrific stuff in it, which I think is probably what he's trying to lean more towards, where I'm just like, "Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah." And also, like, in the trailer, right, you like, this isn't spoiling anything for you, like, there's it has to do with children, and, like,
Mhm.
as a parent now, this completely hits different, like, I'm just like,
Right.
wouldn't know what to do. I'd lose my fucking mind. Like everything would be broken, which is something they kind of hark on a little bit,
Which
you
I'm
know?
assuming is, like, what Josh Brolin's character is.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 100%. I mean, like he's just like to the character's credit and to the way he was written, he just doesn't give up. And like,
Mhm.
and then there are just some parents who are just like, you know, wishing for the best, but you don't see him being proactive like his character.
Okay. I mean, yes, I do already know quite a bit about it just 'cause of social media. It's hard not to. But the one thing
Fuck.
I did
It
see.
was so
Oh, go.
so close. I was so close. I was so close to not it, just yeah, I know. So what were you saying? I'm sorry.
No, it's okay, but it's like all I've, like, read about is the fact that, the director, what is it, Zach, Kreger,
Hmm.
has, like he's got some issues with some, like, older women, I guess, because you have, like, this mother character in Barbarian, and then I keep hearing all about Aunt Gladys, so don't ruin it for me, but yes, I know Aunt Gladys is a very
Oh,
prominent, specific thing happening.
like that's what kind of ruined it for me. Like what ruined it for me is like I saw an image of her face
Mhm.
like popping up on social media, and I'm like, who the fuck is this? Did I miss this from a movie? And then somebody was
Right?
like, oh, it's weapons. I'm like, come on, man.
So, yes,
Like
that part has been ruined for me, although I don't know any context of what the Gladys character
that's
is,
fine.
who, what.
I mean, yeah, I could probably, they say like some of the funniest people have like the worst traumas. So like maybe he does have some unresolved issues, you know,
Yeah.
going back to his history of like what his kids, like yeah, like he's just he's a funny dude. But yeah, yeah, maybe.
What are they from? It's literally in Shakespeare, from tragedy, Blake Bloom's comedy.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Boom. And also is Oedipus Rex a Shakespearean play?
Is it?
I'm
So
not
many
sure.
things are based
Yeah,
off Shakespeare.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna stop trying to sound smart.
Yeah, no, but, like, there's so many things, like, The Lion King is based off Hamlet, it's like there's so many things.
Yeah, and that's a funny ass movie.
The Lion King, hilarious.
No, that one made me cry. I watched. I think I don't know if my dad knew and he took me to watch it now in the theater and like
Mhm.
the whole dad Mufasa. Sorry, yeah, I was like, why? It was on the tip of my tongue. death scene, and my dad just looks over, he's like, "See? Dad's," and I'm like, "Fuck, come on, man." I'm like, "I'm not that heartless." Alright.
Like,
So yeah,
oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
alright, so no, we can come back to weapons,
A different
and I
day.
think
We
it's
when I finally see it, yes.
I do think that it's not it's a little bit of a hype movie, but I don't think it's a flavor of the month. I do think this is a movie like you could rewatch later and like it's gonna hold up. You know, like there's I feel like there's like movies like you can only watch like once and they're flavors of the month, you know. Like I feel like this one's it's got a little bit of everything, like, and you're gonna want to rewatch it.
I
You know,
like
and
that.
even though we're super late to the game, because here the Wrong Turn podcast, we're not about timing. Like this
Yeah.
movie's already like 2 months old.
No, we're not about the trending.
Like
We
we're
get
trying to
to
keep
it
up with
4
social
months
media.
later and we're like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, like what was it? Like all the social media, like it's like a race. Like the first person to go watch it, fucking preview night. You know, if they get invited, and then they got to talk about it the day of just for the content. And I'm just like, that's like I love what we do here, but I'm just like I'm not trying to do that like race to be the first. You remember
Yes.
that when you used to do the comments on blogs or something like that, or on social media, where it'd be like first. You know,
Yes.
essentially it's the equivalent
Yes.
of that.
Yes.
You
First,
know,
yeah.
first,
Um Yeah, I also stopped like, there was a point where it's like I did try to, like, keep up with the things, and I do to an extent, but, like, for us in this and, like, it being our hobby and just because we love horror and we love doing this, like, we just have to make it work for our schedules, like, we are in our 30s, we got lives, and not, like not saying
yeah,
other people don't, but at the same time, it's like, we can't be at the top. We can't be first. We're not in the comments
can't be
first.
for. Yeah, we're not. Also, hey, good news. Guess what?
But
We are now able to monetize on Apple Podcasts. Hey,
look
congratulations,
at
Courtney.
that! Look at us.
We got
Let's
paid 1 penny.
hooray, so we'll split it. Just kidding. How do you split a
You
penny? You
split.
can't.
Yeah, but we hit a
You can
milestone, so we're able to do it now. Yeah,
no,
yeah, yeah.
that's amazing.
We
That's a
got
huge step. That's a huge step. Yay.
yeah.
Yay. I know, and I
So
keep,
yeah,
like
anything we
we're gonna get there, and I'm gonna get a lot better. I feel like I know I've been slacking on
don't
posting
even.
things, but
It's a
at least I feel
we're in
that.
this together. No, we're in this together, and we're doing fine. We're doing what we can.
We're doing what we
No,
can.
you've been great on social media. You've been doing more and more. I saw your head float. Like I opened up Instagram, I see your head floating around.
Yeah. You're like, "She's doing something."
You're like this movie here.
Like, check
This,
check it was cute because
and I
it
gotta
made me feel
join
a
you. I
little
gotta help
YouTube
you out
short
with
with the
that,
dog.
100%.
It was cute.
The okay, so come back to weapons. I did see some stuff, but the only one I can remember right now is, and I was excited to see this. I know what you did last summer.
Ooh. No?
Do you want to talk about it? You want to talk about
Yeah, go for
it?
it.
I mean,
It's
you're gonna
fine. You
watch
can
it.
spoil that one. No, you can spoil it. I'm not gonna
I'm not gonna tell you. I won't tell you who it is.
okay, thank you, but
There are
also
some
it
good
I know what you
cameos.
did last summer. It's okay, yeah.
I thought the characters were pretty decent. Did they try to keep up? They did try to keep up with the gore, if I remember, because I was like, yeah, the original one was pretty gory and bloody for it's like a PG-13, right? Like it was pretty violent.
Was it only?
I thought it was PG-13. I could
I
be wrong,
I
but
think it's R. It was gory.
I mean I remember we've had this conversation before with other movies, and I'm always wrong. So,
Well, you thought Jeepers Creepers was rated PG-13, and I was like, "Sir, you mean
sir,
the bodies on dead bodies, like, sewn to wall? You think that's getting a PG?"
well, it's because I remember why because I was like, how do
It's
my
not
friends go to
super gory, but
zero?
that particular is like
The let's see. I just I was really excited about it. I really wanted to watch it. Oh yeah, I know what you did last summer. Rated. What about the 1990 something one? Oh yeah, it's also rated. I just wanted to make sure. Sorry, it's just like that thing in me was I just got to find out.
yeah,
You know,
no,
it's the Aziz Ansari
we
thing. Have
love
you ever
you.
heard that joke?
Yes.
You know. Yeah, I was like, I got to find out Joe Pesci, right? I got to know.
Yeah,
I got to
and now
see
I
everything
know
that he was ever
everything
in.
about Joe Pesci. Oh, I watched Goodfellas the
Yeah,
other
man.
day just 'cause I
Oh, it's
needed
a
a
good one.
pick me up. Exactly.
It's a fucking good one.
I just needed a good good movie to watch, and I was like, Goodfellas is on Tubi, everyone, so go enjoy.
And I'm sure it's on something right. Like if you put on TV, you just flip through all the
Yeah,
channels.
it's
I'm
probably
sure
on there
one
too,
channel.
but, like,
Yeah, they need a
can't
4-hour
go wrong.
spot to kill it.
It's a masterpiece.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. It's I really wanted to like, I really wanted to. I think it fell a little short for me, so that's all I'm going to say. And then we can talk about we can move on to our special feature today. Ooh, that's good. I'm going to try to make a special feature thing, and yeah, cool. So, like I said, we're
You're like,
talking about 19, which some people say 2000, Cherry Falls. It's essentially the little sister of Scream, and I know what you did last summer. Like, it's just the unspoken hero of like 90s slashers that just
correct.
like nobody knew about for a long time.
Not to cut you off, very,
Yeah.
very similar to a movie we've already discussed with and I can't remember the fucking name of it now, wow.
All right, break it down. All right, this is a quick game, guys. Courtney's going to give me a bunch of clues, and I have to guess the movie.
Katie Holmes,
Oh, disturbing
Teen.
behavior.
Yeah. Katie Holmes, Teens, wow, those are
First
the
guess.
clues I got. You got it, though, you got it.
A
Terrible
little
movie
bit.
poster. That would not have
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I was
a
like, what are
little
you, fucking
bit in
aliens in this
terms of
movie? Yeah.
teen horniness, I guess, is what I mean, but,
Fucking 1,000. If hormones could be a movie, this would be it.
Alright, lead the way. What are we
That
doing?
that is it. And that's the title of the episode. It's yeah, like not even subtle.
Not even subtle,
But
they're like, "Are you fucking?"
yeah, yeah.
To their teenager, th're like, "You better be."
All right. Well, yeah. So this movie essentially takes one of the biggest horror tropes and expands on it. And I'm like, to its credit, like, yeah, okay, yeah. Like,
Mhm.
virgins are always saved in horror movies, or sometimes it's the dorky virgin that always dies first in the movies. So they really expanded the whole fucking movie on it. And
Whole
it kind
movie.
of worked. Parts of this movie work, parts of this movie are fine.
So, I only learned this with obviously a little bit of research I did here, was that this movie was heavily, heavily, heavily edited, and that
Mhm.
makes a lot of sense now watching it because I did enjoy this movie, I thought it was great. Brittany Murphy, RIP, she's fabulous. I think it had a hard time trying to figure out what it was, the movie itself. Like, are we trying to be dead slasher scary, or are we kinda goofing around dark comedy? 'Cause there's a bit of both, but there's also some really serious moments that I think with the silliness of it didn't quite mesh, like, especially, like, the rape, like, that part, I was like, "Ooh, like, that's not funny."
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
so
you're 100% right. Yeah, I could see that now. Sure. And unlike some of the other movies we just talked about, like, yeah, you see this one once and you're like, you're good. Like, you're not getting anything new. You do get a couple of inventive things. You do have kind of like a new take on a slasher. You have some inventive weapons. You do have some witty banter. But like I said, it kind of conflicts with some of the subject matter. Like, did we need that? Would this have been fine without it? Yeah.
no.
This movie was heavily edited, especially towards the climax of the movie, where in the research, the writer, which is this guy, I was thinking about the other movie we were just talking about. There in the original script, the big scene at the end was all supposed to take place underneath the blanket, and the director decided, like, no, let's just get these kids naked, which completely gave like an NC-17 rating. I think they had to go back and maybe go back into their or something like, or edit that out or whatever. But I was just like, oh, that would have kind of been cool to have like a big blanket in the party, and then like once the killer comes in, like you have all that blood maybe like poking through, and you can just imagine what's going on underneath the blanket. Like that could have been really creative, maybe a way to. But whatever. Everything in retrospect, right? Like, yeah, retrospect's 2020. So all right, so let's break it down for you. Cherry Falls is a 1999 American slasher directed by Jeffrey Wright, starring Brittany Murphy, Jay Moore, and Michael Bean. All-star cast. Boom. The plot
Great.
focuses on a small town in Virginia. Virgin?
Ooh, do you think they did it?
I think they did it on purpose.
Ooh, this movie's
I
all about
mean,
virgins. You better not be
It's like,
one.
yeah,
You fucking
it's
loser.
kind of it's kind of fun that way, like, all
That
right.
but that's the funny bits in this movie. That's like the I mean, I'm sorry, I know I always do this. Every po I just, like, jump into it, so I'm not like but it's like your
Let's
dad coming into your room being like, "I need to have a serious conversation with you. Are you're having sex. You're having it, and if you're not, do it."
Yeah, I wasn't really clear on that, like,
'Cause she's like,
because she was asked
okay."
yeah, she's asking him, like, "Are you disappointed that
That I'm
I'm not sexually active?" I'm like, "What?" And they're not really clear, he doesn't really answer it kinda,
no,
but there
it's
is this
not
weird
clear.
tension between dad and daughter, and you're just like, right? You got that, right?
Yeah, oh, yeah, I got
I was
that.
like,
Like, when they fall on each other in the beginning, I was like, "Why are we"
"Yeah,
like, "Oops, sorry,
why."
daddy." I'm like, "What?" Like,
Yeah,
I'm like,
alright,
"No."
continuing. But did you realize that was the move that saved her life? The little
Yes.
dad flip, it all comes back around. Brilliant writing, fucking brilliant.
Sure.
The plot focuses on a small town in Virginia, but did you know they actually went to Virginia to film this? Side note. Where a serial killer is targeting teen virgins. Yeah, so movie so gratuitous, which it's not, or maybe we just got the edited version
I'm
that
sure we did.
MPAA rejected it completely, and it did not have a theatrical debut in the United States, but did fairly well globally. I think a year later, USA had purchased it and they put it on their network, making it one of the most expensive made for TV movies ever at like 1.4 million. And I think that's maybe, I don't know if I watched it on USA or if I watched it, I think I watched it on Sci-Fi like back in the day, and I think they might have been a subsidiary of USA.
Feels
I
like a
could be wrong.
sci-fi.
Somebody correct me. Yeah, which I'm like, okay. But I was like, how would this have worked? Even this edited R version, which isn't even that bad. How would that have worked on TV? Especially back in like 2000 where like, standards were a little bit higher than they are today. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I obviously, I people were just terrified that their teens were gonna be having so much sex that this movie could not
Yeah.
enter theaters.
I
I don't know, like, teen orgy was definitely not on my, like, list of what we need in a horror movie, but I was like, "Okay." Like,
you gotta have at least one.
gotta have at least one. You need a teen orgy, and I was like, "I don't wanna watch a teen orgy." That was like
That's
like,
fair. Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
"I don't
100%.
wanna see that. It's awkward and weird and I mean,
I guess I mean, because 'cause they're, probably all in their 20s, like, you do kind of I do forget that they are teens and I'm just
yes,
watching a slasher movie.
like, we understand, yes, that's a trope, and we understand slasher movies are all about teenagers and high school and prom and whatever, and sex is always in it because teenagers have sex. Like, sorry, everyone. I mean, didn't you have
Yeah,
like, we all did it, so I don't know. Like,
I did it at least once,
I did it at least once. I was a teen and I had sex.
but I just meant sex in general.
You have a child. You're like, "I proof." I don't have proof. No one knows.
Oh, so the town I was all day long, I've been trying to think about this movie because I couldn't look it up, and I was just like, "Is this actual place?" So the whole town is actually called Cherry Falls, which I'm just like,
Also,
"Why
another
would you
thing,
live?"
popping cherry, like, is that
Yeah,
also
exactly.
that's it, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, 100%. No, it's not subtle.
Yeah, nothing subtle. Cherry Falls,
Nothing subtle about
Virginia,
this movie.
like, God, I don't know. But it's the whole horror movie is just like, yes, slasher, someone's killing it, but it's like, you better be having sex, teens, because otherwise this killer's gonna get you. Because it
And I don't I guess in the beginning, I didn't even put that together where you're just like, you have these 2 teens making out and they're up at, the old kiss and bluff, as you do. We don't have bluffs here in Florida. Like, so what, like,
but
the whole
yes,
concept's
you take
freaking
him to
foreign
the
to me.
view, make out point, whatever you wanna call it.
Yeah, exactly. So I guess I didn't realize that at this point, the 2 characters aren't having sex. They're
Right.
just making out and they're interrupted by their slasher, who is kind of like a reinvented version of the Norman Bates mother character. I'm just like,
Mhm.
"Oh." like they were trying to be like edgy with it, like this is the psycho for the new century, essentially. And I don't know if they were trying to really reinvent that wheel. Kind of feels like they were, because what you find out about how it's basically the son of this character called Laura Lee, who grew up in the town, and then, as you say, was SA'd, 27 years ago or whatever the fuck,
By
you know.
4 people. That's
Yeah,
the
that's pretty
part where
bad.
I was like, "That is disturbing," and they just really kinda gloss over it. And then,
Oh,
yes,
it's just like,
it's just like, "Oh, yeah, she was raped by those guys," but, they're sorry. I'm like, "Wait, what?"
yeah, there was you're right, because it is kind of brought up. I mean, it is a at once Brittany Murphy's character Jodie kind of finds out that her dad, Michael Bean, the sheriff of
The
the town,
sheriff.
was the guy. He's like, he did it, but he didn't know he was doing it because he was drunk. And I'm just like, they're really trying to soften
Um,
that blow.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
And then
yeah. Something I don't think this would fly today,
no.
you know?
I really don't. Because then obviously we have our killer. Like you said, the whole Norman Bates thing is I get it. Like he now addresses as a woman, his mother, and is now murdering people who don't have sex. Okay. But his story is really sad. Like he has a very
Super.
like, so that is when I go back to what I said in the beginning where I'm like, "Okay, are we trying to do this, like, dark comedy where it is silly, like a teen orgy is silly, and murdering teens at a teen orgy is, like, a good slasher, it's, like, a good time, but then you throw that, like, heavy thing like, plot in, and then also this disturbing story of the child of rape, and then the child was abused so heavily now he does this. I was like, "That bums me out." Like,
Fair. Fair. Yeah, that it does kinda put a sour taste in your mouth,
that's
100%,
what I
like, it's
mean when I
just
was like, "I'm not
where
sure this movie knew what it wanted to be." It had all of its
because
parts, but it was so edited. I'm like, "We don't know what it was."
because there are other movies that are, like, grotesque and disturbing and in the horror genre, and people kind of revere them for what they are, which worse material than this.
Yes.
And like you said, I like, if it would've been like, yeah, like, I kind of if it would've picked a lane,
Mhm.
it might have done a little bit better. But like you said, yeah, it's trying to be lighthearted and funny, kind of like those other slasher movies and parts, but then it has a really, really bad origin story. So
Mhm.
you're just like,
Like, they shoulda just softened the origin story, because this movie, I think, is very closely in related to, like, the urban legend family
mhm,
that like, this first urban legend, and I that's what I love about urban legend so well because it stays in its lane. You have the campiness of it, the silliness of it, but you still get a good story that isn't so in-depth. Like, there's obviously
or that
revenge and
takes you
all
out
of
of
that.
it. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like, you're
If
like,
you have some
"Oh,
sort of empathy, you're just gonna be
yes."
like,
Yeah. So this one, it
okay.
just felt like, where I don't know where we're at, like, because Brittany Murphy also plays this character, like, she's fantastic, like, but I also was a little confused about where she also like, I'm like, "Is she goofing around?" Or wait, like,
Yeah, but it's
bad.
really weird. It's really weird because she plays her character is kind of weird too, because she also is all over the place.
Mm,
But like, that's just her. Like, she's a little bit aloof, but then she gets real serious towards the end when she knows what she wants. And I'm just like, dude, you're just like going up and down. No, she fucking killed it. Like, I think she did really great. I wish she would have been in more horror movies.
yeah, no, I love, Brittany Murphy in anything that ever, like, I mean, Gone Too Soon, obviously, the and the guy, what's his name? The actor Jay Moore, um
Yeah.
he's great too. When he showed up too, like what I do really love about this movie though is I really like that they set up the different characters really well in terms of like who is it gonna be? You know what I mean? Like, oh, is it the sheriff's like the one lady, like the lady sheriff? Like, or is it or is it like this? You know what I mean? Like, it's kinda setting up all these other characters to be like, "Who's the one killing? Is it the actual sheriff?" I liked that playfulness of it. I thought that was well done.
Yeah, like the who done it,
Yeah,
like,
whodunit.
yeah, yeah. Were you? Did you have any inkling? Like, were you fooled at all? Were you just like trying to figure out who it was by?
I say they got me a little bit, but at the same time, when you have that actor and he was the teacher, I was like, "He's up to something." I don't think I suspected it to be like that. Again, I didn't expect it to be that heavy. I didn't
Not
think
to
they were
mention that,
heavy.
yeah, not to mention the speaking of heaviness, then all of a sudden she just like so Brittany Murphy plays, I guess, the last virgin in fucking town, and is all of a sudden when she rejects her boyfriend for I don't know what reason because at first they wanted to, then they didn't want to, and then he breaks up with her and he gets back together with her, and then she's all for it, and then all of a sudden I can't remember I don't know. I can't remember why she rejects him, and then she's just like, then she just has like heat-seeking missile eyes for the teacher played by Jay Moore. I'm like, when did this fucking happen? And I'm
Mhm.
like, and why are we okay in this part right here? Like, this doesn't seem okay at all either.
Nope. Nope.
Yeah.
And funny enough, like, literally the day before I watched this, I rewatched Never Been Kissed, which is not a horror movie. It is a Drew Barrymore movie, but, one of my favorite movies, but it does not age well at all. Like, I was disturbed because I was like, "Okay, she's pretending to be 17. This teacher is being wildly inappropriate with her the whole time. He thinks she's 17, finds out she's not 17, and then is mad about it. He's like, "Oh, you broke my trust. I can't trust." I was like, "Yeah, you're just mad she's not 17 and you wanted to fuck a 17-year-old.
Awful.
This is a movie?" Like, I was like
Awful.
I know, I was
Wow.
like
How did that?
I know, but this was around that time. It was like 2001, 2002, I think that movie came out. But I was like, "Oh, man, they fooled us to think, like, that was supposed to be romantic."
Yeah, it's almost like Hollywood's full of awful
Hmm,
people.
interesting,
Wow.
interesting. Why are they so obsessed with
Interesting.
teens? Why was there a teen orgy? You know, I got, like I don't wanna see a teen orgy unless it's funny and silly,
It was
you know?
kind of it was a little funny, it was a
It's
little
a little
silly.
funny, a
I
little
mean,
silly.
like, to their credit, there's
There's no
one thing of
nudity,
nudity in the worst
like,
scene,
no, there you don't
but,
there's no
like
boobs or anything.
yeah, which
But, like, it is heavily implied that this is a teen orgy, though.
oh,
Everyone's
no, I
going
actually, I was trying to come up with a joke. You can't spell gory without orgy, but I was just like, for the intro.
you can't spell you can. You yeah. So, it was just like, "Oh."
I mean, it's rearranged, but, like, it like, it didn't work, so I just I left it alone. Um We didn't even
I,
go
like
through this movie step. Hold on,
no, you need to. I
let's
always
just
do
go
this.
through the
I bury the lead every time.
no, no, it's fine. So the kids, I don't even know if we can even do this movie. We're so far into this fucking movie. The kids that make a point are the first to die, realizing that the town now has a serial killer and that is murdering virgins. Word gets out, then all of a sudden is when it just kind of just hop, skips, and jumps right to it. Basically, like all the kids just start preparing for an orgy. It's pretty intense.
Okay, let's talk
There's a
about the kills then, maybe. Like, what are some of
yeah,
the
there's a
good
little bit
kills?
of cat and
Cat and mouse thing.
Jodie's character, Brittany Murphy's character, Jodie, like she had like her best friend. I forgot that guy's name, but like he's like one of the best characters because he's got some of the best lines in the movie. And he's like killed almost immediately, unfortunately.
Mhm.
Like, wish he would have been around for a little bit longer.
Yeah, he had
Yeah, it
jokes.
seems like she can actually, now that I go back to it, she gets a lot like her best friend dies right away, and she kind of just like gets back to her life pretty quickly. Like, is it really trauma? She's traumatized a little bit by it,
She's just
but I
bearing
guess,
it down. Just bury it.
yeah,
It will come back.
because you forget, because you kind of forget he's kind
You
of in it
do.
after a while, because he dies very early in the movie. He is the third kill, I think. Yeah. And then I don't even remember. Oh, and then we have the girl at the beginning of the movie who texts her boyfriend for saying that he gave her a blowjob when she didn't. And then that was kind of random out of nowhere, too. Then
Well,
Brittany
they're
Murphy's
getting
attacked,
yes, but back again, like, they're just getting killed for not having sex.
which essentially could be anybody. Like,
Yeah,
but
but,
they're
like, if
virgins.
you say it that way, like, no wonder nobody, like, wanted this to ever go to theaters.
Yeah. I'm like, wait, what's
Like,
the
the message
point
is,
of Jay
"You
Moore?
better have sex or you're getting murdered." That's the message.
Wait a minute. So, like, what's Laura Lee's, like,
What was
deal if
her
she's murdering
point?
all the kids? Yeah, like, I'm murdering the
Like,
if her
why did
thing is
he
that
decide why did okay, yes, the murder, she was raped by 4 people. And then she had a kid, and then that kid is going and killing people that are only having sex?
no, that are not having sex.
Oh, that's right. The kids are not having sex because I'm confusing myself.
No, because that would've made sense, because
No, it
if you did it your way, it kind of it kinda would've made sense, and I'm like,
like,
"Oh."
the message should be, "Don't rape people," obviously.
But, you know,
I don't know.
we're gonna flash back to the pitch meeting. We're like, "What if the killer killed kids that weren't having sex?" So you're
Because
telling me
that's
we can
the
fill a teen
joke part
orgy
of it.
scene? That's the what?
You're telling me we
Yeah,
can
it's
get
a
40 teens naked? Gross.
I mean, now that I think about it, during this time, there were, and even before then, there were a lot of teen movies that had nudity and a lot of sex in them. And I'm like, yeah, like none of that's actually okay because all these characters are supposed to be underage. Like,
No, because when we were watching them, we were that age, so we were just like, "Oh, yeah, whatever." But now we're older, we look at it, we're like, "That's fucking weird."
yeah,
Like, why are we so obsessed with it? Hollywood?
yeah, yeah. Well, I get it, sex sells, right? But it did not help
Correct.
sell this movie.
But 17-year-olds,
All right.
16-year-olds, like, they don't know what they're doing.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, all right. So yeah, it just doesn't kind of make any sense as far as the killer's motive. Like it would have been
Maybe
cool if it was just terrorizing, the people that attacked his mother, then that I would understand.
wait, maybe he wants everyone to have consensual sex. Maybe this whole
Okay.
movie is about consent. You're
I
like,
mean,
"Sure, we're reaching."
well, I mean, like, yeah, no, actually, because you
They
could
are
go there,
consenting to
because
having sex
yeah,
eventually.
everybody, because it's their life depends on it.
Yes, they don't wanna
But it
die.
doesn't even matter because everybody gets no, because that doesn't even matter because Laura Lee gets to the orgy at the deer hunting lodge or whatever the fuck, and then he's just like, best line in the movie, class dismissed,
Yep.
fucking love it. You needed a little bit of that. And
Yes,
then he just
yes.
starts murdering willy-nilly because half
Yeah.
of these kids have already fucking blown their load, like half these kids aren't virgins anymore anyway. But now and that see, I think that's what makes this movie a little bit enjoyable is that Michael Biehn, Brittany Murphy, and the big scene at the end, I think, is when everybody tries to leave the house in fucking chaos is probably one of the most enjoyable parts of this fucking movie. The chaos that ensues. It just made it a little original in that sense. And I think that's why maybe it
Yes.
stands out.
But also why this movie would not like, obviously, it hasn't aged well, but what is a virgin anyway? You know what I mean? Like, you could raise that question. Like, I can't remember what is it the doctor or I can't remember who the fuck they're talking to in this movie, but he's explaining about how he can tell, like, if someone's a virgin or not. He's like, "Well, this person, like, they" like, you know what scene I'm talking about?
Oh,
He's like
no, I mean, well, yeah, in the beginning of the movie, I think he
He's like, "And
is
the
when
only
they're
thing that they had in common was that they had sex." I'm like, "That was the only thing?" I'm
no,
like,
what was it? Okay, I understand
"Go
because I don't know
outta
why because I think I was really paying attention at the beginning of this movie, and then I checked out. It was the coroner.
corn."
He was like she was tortured while she was still alive because of the blood patterns or splatter or whatever or the
Oh, that's
blood
right, it's
flow.
the 2
So
teens
she
that got
and then he's saying that she didn't have sex because he obviously checked her if she'd been violated because they don't know
Yes.
who the serial killer is at this point. So they know she had no sexual activity at that point, and that I guess maybe I don't know if he knew she was a virgin. You just know that she didn't have sex,
Yes,
and
and
then
before
he
her
goes
death.
over to the boy. Yeah, and then he goes over to the boy and be like going over to him, he can also tell that. I mean, actually, I don't even know how you would be able to. Did
Well,
he
that's what
fucking
I
come his
mean, because,
pants?
like,
Like,
there
what the
was
fuck?
no, like I think he said there was no anal whatever, so it's like he wasn't sexually abused. He's like, "We can't technically tell if there was, like, ejaculation." I was like, "This is so fucking weird." Like, what a weird conversation having a with a coroner about being like, "You know what? The reason why they died, the only reason why they died, not having sex." And then I
Yeah,
was
I
like,
mean, we gotta get to it.
I'd be like, "Who
This
hired
movie
this
gets
coroner?"
to it. This movie is only 91 minutes. This movie needed to get there. They were
We
needing to.
gotta get there. We gotta get there. I would just be like,
Oh,
"I'm
I'm
sorry,
sorry.
Mr.
Go
Coroner, you're fucking fired.
well,
Stop
I guess
looking at
they
their butts."
have you watched, Law and Order, SVU?
Yes.
Like, it's the montages of how many times they say, anal contusions and anal
Yes.
rape is
I know.
long and vast. So, yeah, yeah. Going back to my other thing, correction, this wasn't a $1.4 million movie. $14 million TV, unfortunately, which made it the most
$14
expensive movie.
million made-for-TV movie.
Well, it wasn't made for TV, but the
Well,
TV,
no, but it
TV
meant
yeah,
yeah.
this is the only person in the United States that would buy it.
Well, I'm glad
Yes,
they did.
and sort of.
I
It's
mean,
fine.
I'm glad I got to watch it, and I'm glad we're
It's
here
just
talking.
weird, like it. Yeah, it's just kind of weird that it just kind of fell to the wayside. That's my point. Being a made for TV movie, I feel like there was something weird about the soundtrack, and I was just like, this is weird. This doesn't have like an over the top like new metal soundtrack that I'm sure like this is what they were editing for,
Mhm.
because it feels like it needs it, and it's just really low and subdued. Not to say this would have made the movie any better. It might have made it, but it might have made it incrementally better.
We needed, like, something grunge, you know?
Needed a guitar riff, needed a famous
Mhm.
band to be like, Virgin,
Yeah.
like it
I
just
like
needed.
that Sex and Candy song. That would've been perfect.
There is there is like almost no soundtrack to this fucking
Mhm.
movie. And I realized it on the second watch, and I'm just like, and I feel like that might have been because they could only get it distributed. Like they couldn't get any money for this fucking movie. They couldn't sell it. That's what I feel
Yeah.
like. I'm putting two and two together. Maybe that's
No,
it.
I think you're probably right. That makes a lot more sense. And can we talk
So
about
all
the
in all,
terrible at the very last scene where that's, like, they're showing you the Cherry Falls, I'm presuming that's what it is, and then the terrible just, like, red overlay on it, the color red
I
to
missed
make
out. I
it
checked out by
oh,
then.
you're like, "I was done." You're like, "I couldn't even make it." No, that's like
Oh,
it's like the falls, the waterfalls, the Cherry Falls, and then
yeah,
it's
yeah. No, I
the
get it.
red
No.
falling over, they just made it red, and I was like,
Do you think it means
"Wow."
blood?
You think it means blood? You think it means blood popping Cherry Falls?
You think red means blood? Wait, I
I think I was
do
just
like
really mad because it was, like, very bad, even though I watched that entire movie.
I feel like we've seen worse. I
We
I
have.
I do like the last jump scare at the end of the movie I thought was pretty good, because you know what's gonna happen. Like, this movie's full of tropes. So, Jay Moore falls off the balcony because Brittany Murphy's a kung fu master all of a sudden, and she flips him out of the door because Michael Bean, sexy daddy, taught her how to fucking do it. And then he falls on the weird spike that's the stair railing to the house that is alluded to just before they run into the house, which doesn't really look like a spike. It just kind of looks like an undone fucking staircase, whatever the fuck. And then one of the kids, the stoner kid, gets really close to him, and then Jay Moore is going to just pop out and grab him as he does, and then the police officer just proceeds to unload both guns all of a sudden. All of a
Yeah.
sudden, she's two fisting two fucking Glocks and unloads on this fucking guy, amputating his hand, because you don't realize, because I don't know if you realize, but the hand is still attached to this fucking kid's head in the last scene, as all the characters of the movie are crowded around this dead body, are now covered in this fucking serial killer's blood, huddling for their fucking dear life, which I thought was pretty good
Yes.
to
I
its
think I
to
missed
its
the
credit.
part with the hand, but no, it was a good I will give it the ending with the blood splatter. I was very pleased with
I didn't realize, like, oh, these kids are traumatized.
Yeah. Yuck. Can't
Now these
even
kids can only get a
imagine.
boner if they see blood.
Oh my god. They're only gonna get a boner people or, like, if it's some sort of orgy, like, it's the weirdest thing. Like, they have the weirdest kink for the rest of their
This is
life.
gonna be the worst. All these kids are so
Yeah.
fucked.
to, like, extremes, like, "Oh, fuck, I'm never gonna get off ever again because this is what I
Nah.
my first time was."
Much like Reese Witherspoon in Fear,
Oh
can't
my
get
god,
off
I was
unless
gonna
it's on a
say
roller coaster.
you read my mind. I was like, "Oh god, remember just getting fucking
Also,
screwed on a roller
did we talk
coaster."
about that? Yeah, that wasn't okay. That wasn't okay either, right? We talked about
No.
that, right? In Fear.
Yeah, she was, like,
Yeah.
not okay. It was like, "That's weird," but also, yeah, that's that Mark Wahlberg's had a great character in that movie.
No, but was he also like not yeah, he was like 19 or something. Yes, he
Yes.
was obviously older. Not to mention fucking Dirty Dancing. What is the guy like Patrick Swayze's like fucking 40? And then the girl and baby in the corner is supposed to be like 15?
He's not is he supposed to he's in his 20s, he's not supposed to be 40, but yeah, she is a
No, but he
teenager.
looks 40 B.
No, he looks it, but
Yeah,
I think,
yeah.
yes, he's, like, 24 or something, but yeah, she's, like, 15, and that's weird. We used to think that was, like, okay. I don't know why. It's weird. So let me tell you
I
this
don't
right
think we
now, kids,
I don't think we used to
older
think it was okay. I just think when we
no,
saw it in TV, we thought it was okay.
maybe, but I just also wanna say that, like, if you are a teenager, if you're 14, 15, 16, anyone that's 21, 22, 23, 24, has no business hanging out with you. Absolutely not. They're fucking weird. They need friends their own age. Yuck. You're not cool. You're not cool.
Fair? I we all know those people in high school 100%.
Mhm.
Yep. They'd be like, "Oh,
I
man,
I was one of them. I thought I was so cool because like, a 24-year-old guy, like, would hang out, like, with our group, and I think about it now, I'm like, "That guy was so fucking weird."
fucking Roger was a loser."
I know, but we were like but he did. He, like, got booze and, like, cigarettes, and, like and now I'm like, "God, what a fucking freak." Yuck.
I
Like
mean we did like we had like my friend Alex's brother was a little bit like that, but we already knew he was really awkward and he was always home. So like,
Mhm.
he would the brother would hang out with us, but like we were yeah, like we wouldn't think too much of it.
If it's your friend's
Not at
brother,
least
I
not
think
in
it's a
his
little
case.
different. A little different? I
Yeah.
don't know. But it's just, like, generally speaking, like, it's a 24-year-old should think a 14-year-old, 15-year-old is gross, like, straight up.
Oh
They
no.
should be like,
No,
"That's
no.
gross."
My daughter's not allowed to date till she's 35.
I
It's
was gonna say she's
just
not allowed to date till she's married.
100%. Yeah, 100%. 100%. You heard it here first.
She can date when
It's
she's
gonna go up on the
married.
internet. This is gonna go she can watch this later when she's older. She'll be like, "You think you're leaving the house? Go watch that video." Mhm. Don't watch the video because this is awful fucking movie.
Yeah.
Alright, so I would say I wanna give it a good 2.5 out of, 5 cherries, Like it's decent once and then but there is some really troubling. But then again, like I said, we've watched horror movies with way
Oh,
worse. Doesn't
of
make it
course
okay,
we have. No.
but I think it's
I
just the
just
tone is off.
yes, and that's what I said before, I just think that, like you said in the beginning, like, choose a lane. We were all over the place. Yeah, like, of course, we've watched movies with way heavier shit, but, like, this one, when we're thinking of that time, the slasher, the screams, the urban legends, like, all of this coming out, it just didn't land how I had hoped. So I'll agree with you. Like, what do we say, like, 2.5, whatever, cherries? It's 90
Why does
minutes.
he wanna kill why
What?
does he wanna kill a virgin? Like, why does he wanna kill still doesn't make any sense to me. Usually I could put
See,
it
like,
together, but
we're
I'm like,
still trying to figure it out, you guys. We're like, why does he so obsessed with killing only virgins? Maybe actually, you know what,
yeah.
you guys, maybe he told us, and maybe Edgar and I both just, like, zoned out at that point. 'Cause
When Jay
we
Moore
know
was
it, which
acting
is
his
a
ass off,
high
like
possibility.
it's fair. When Jay Moore was like he kinda comes out of his shell and like when he's done acting as the timid teacher and all
Teacher.
of a sudden he's now Laura Lee, the fucking serial killer. I just didn't feel like he was acting. I felt like he was just really angry that he was in this fucking movie.
I
And he
think
was just
so.
screaming his fucking ass off. He's just like I
I
was like,
also
"Oh,
was like,
Jay Moore's not
"Ooh."
acting anymore."
He's not acting, he's just fucking mad. And then I also was like, "Ooh, we got a little bit of, like, drag here," like, we little but yeah, it was very Norman Bates-esque. Have, like, shitty
To
wig.
the movies, like they didn't make this character like I didn't feel like this was like a transsexual thing,
No, 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 no,
which
no.
I was fine with. I just felt like he just wanted to know that it was his mother, that in the spirit of his mother, he was killing everybody.
Yes.
That's what it felt like. It didn't feel like a sexual thing at all.
Oh, no, no,
So,
yeah, it wasn't like anything like that. That's why I said it's like it was very like Norman Bates in a way. Like, okay,
yeah.
mommy issues.
Which which felt okay, because that's a tricky thing now, like 100%,
Mhm.
like, vilifying other people's lifestyles. It's just like, it's one of those things that's always been okay for a long time, then all of a sudden, you're just like, "It's not okay," because then you're just
Mhm.
putting these negative ideologies on these negative ideas in other people's heads about other people. That's not a fucking okay, but yeah. Okay.
Especially it's not okay and not in this current political climate. It's
Yeah, buddy.
tricky more than ever. No, so that's the good point. I like that you're bringing that up. Like, no, it is in no way directed towards LGBTQ or drag or anything like that or trans people, which is like in a good way for this. But it does that's what I mean. It's like it's are we going heavy? Are we being silly? I couldn't quite figure it out. So it left me
Which is
doing
like,
this.
to the movie's credit, because that could have gone bad. Like, that could have been another thing that took this movie down real hard, you know? Yeah.
But
Alright, guys.
like if you love Brittany Murphy, and who doesn't, give it a go. Like, it's 90 minutes. It's kinda great. It's kinda wild, honestly. Like, I might wanna show it to some friends and be like, "You need to
Good
see
way.
this."
That is a good
Have I
way.
lost my mind? That's my
That is a
angle.
good way to put it. It's fucking wild.
Like, I gotta show it to friends and be like, "I'm not gonna say anything. I just want you to watch this movie." Just be like, "What the
100%.
fuck? Like, why do you think this guy kills?" Is what I'll say. Why do you think he's a serial killer? Because I can't figure it out.
Because it would have also been good if he was just in lots of other movies, you don't even get explanations, and they're just fucking wacko,
Yeah,
and that
like,
also
he's
would have
just
been fine.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright. Alright, guys, we'll see you next time.
Thanks as
Have a good
always.
one. Take care.
Don't
So, yeah, follow us
tell
on
people
all
to
the we
orgies.
we recorded this for YouTube, so check us out on YouTube if you want to see our, Courtney or My Dumb Mug, or listen to us on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, or tell your friends, or give us a little bit of a follow, help us out, be great, yada 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 yada.
The
Yeah,
things,
except
Instagram, TikTok, we're always around.
take care, bye.